So now that the Democratic Party has had its Reichstag fire, when we've all learned that dangerous conservative speech needs to be shut down and censored, and misinformation needs to be stopped, whenever it comes from the riot, of course, YouTube channels like Jaden X are still up and running. Jaden X is actually the pseudonym of this guy, John Sullivan. He's a hardcore leftist, Black Lives Matter supporter who went into the Capitol riot pretending to be a Trump supporter, instigating the riot. What's great about this is a lot of the YouTube commenters on his channel are actually calling him out. These moronic YouTube commenters that are always demonized and looked at like misinformed idiots by the mainstream media, they're totally calling this guy out. They got him dead to rights, man. They're pointing out all these points in the video where he basically was instigating the riot, where he was instigating the rioters, and most of them are like spot on. I was actually made a few comments myself. I'm conservos on there. But a lot of these people they're actually pointing out like the minutes in the video where he instigated the riot. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make a video where I basically chop up his whole video. I actually recorded the whole thing. This thing is like 39 minutes long. Shooting and storming of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. View discretion is advised. This guy's grammar isn't very good. It's like view discretion is advised. It's too much to say viewer discretion is advised. Shooting and storming of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. This guy's such an idiot. If he wasn't an idiot, he wouldn't have posted his own incitement of the riot. I shouldn't say he alone incited the riot. Obviously, this is a right-wing riot. You have to be careful because these people will call you a conspiracy theorist, say that you're trying to flip the truth of what the riot was. Obviously, it was a right-wing riot. It was a pro-Trump riot. But the fact is undeniable that there was at least one left-wing agitator at the riot, at least one. And that's John Sullivan. It's undeniable. You cannot contest this. This guy incited the rioters. Not to say he did it all by himself or he caused the riot all by himself. But if you say this truth, a lot of people will just say you're like a conspiracy theorist and you're sucking up misinformation and you're another one of those people that has to be censored. No, not of course John Sullivan, though. He's beyond reproach, right? Let's just start playing the video. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm just going to put a timestamp up on the screen with the minutes and seconds of the time this guy made a comment where I feel he instigated the riot, along with the comments, along with the actual words of the comments I'm going to put up on the screen also. And since this video is still on YouTube, you can watch it yourself, just, to be sure I'm not bullshitting anybody. I mean, the guy still got the whole video that he posted himself, which I think is crazy. He's going to, post himself right into prison, I think. But, as long as he hasn't brought it down, you can check my little timestamps along with the actual video and say, yeah, this is the part of the video where he said this, and you can check it for yourself. By the way, I've recorded this whole video. I've actually got a copy of this entire video, so they can't delete it anymore. It's too late for that. Let's just do it.
There's so many people. Let's go. This shit's ours. Fuck yeah. I can't believe this is reality. We accomplished this shit. We did this shit together. Fuck yeah. This is fucking history. We're all part of this fucking history.
Second wave.
Let's go. Seize his arms. That's beautiful shit. Let's go. Get up here. They're climbing up the wall. They're climbing up the wall. Let's go. You guys are savage. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. They're badass. They're bad as fuck.
You have to come with us now.
Give me your hand, bro. You got it? Yeah.
Help people up. I got it. Help people up.
Holy shit. Dude, that was awesome. Good job. Shit. Fuck. Let's burn this shit down. Fuck.
We need the numbers up here. Yes, you do.
I'm just gonna rely on you for footage from now on. Is that show? You're gonna get everything? Or should I just keep recording? You think that's it? Just... Yo, we gotta get inside now. That's not a gun, that's a...
Everybody push forward.
Is that a gun?
Rubber bullets.
Oh, it's rubber bullets?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's just a rubber bullet.
Hurts.
It does hurt, but no reason to run. I thought it was actual gunshots. We gotta burn the... We gotta get this shit burned. Follow the cops on that shit. They're probably even kiddo. Stay safe, man. Stay safe.
Here Jaden X gets caught between two groups of police officers and begins to claim that he's only there to record events. Basically pretending to be a journalist. This is the stance he takes a couple of days later when he does an interview with CNN's Anderson Cooper. Before CNN figures out that he actually incited.
I'm just recording the situation.
Yeah, it's fine. You gotta do it from outside. Sorry, you gotta do it from outside. Come on. Come on, guys. Excuse me. Don't put your hands on me. Let's go. Come on.
Bro, we're just recording.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's go. Come on. Please, come on.
Bro, there's too many people to be acting like this. Like, they're already inside, bro. Like, you're not stopping anything from happening.
Come on, this is not
like,
right.
look at this. Look at this.
It's not right.
You're on our side. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just recording events. Look at that guy. Look, that guy just got through. I'll just stand here. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Look, why? Look at that. Why is it necessary? Like, they're already inside.
Why is it necessary? Come on.
I'm just trying to record.
Come on.
I'm just filming it. I'm just filming it.
Eventually all these protesters, including John Sullivan, manage to get past these officers and further explore the Capitol. Throughout the whole video, he's convincing police officers to stand aside and not to bother to hold the protesters back.
Is anybody on live stream right now? Okay, that's what I thought. I'm just recording.
More people! They just blocked the door.
At this point, John Sullivan makes his way to the rotunda and runs into a woman named Jade Sacker. Now, there's been some speculation on the internet about this woman and that she worked for CNN. This has been debunked. She's not an employee of CNN, although she did do an interview with John Sullivan with Anderson Cooper on CNN, discussing what happened at the riot. The woman does have left-leaning politics, which is fine. This is not strange, but it is strange that there's another left-leaning journalist, so-called journalist, that is right in the middle of what is supposedly a pro-Trump riot, a right-wing riot. I found this little bio on her, and it kind of proves that she's got left-leaning politics, which I'm not tripping out about. I'm not the one that wants to censor everybody. But she did freelance work for the Huffington Post and NPR and other outfits that are basically left-leaning, which is not really that strange in and of itself, but the way she seems to be an acquaintance of John Sullivan, runs into him and has this discussion with him and tells him he was right, and John Sullivan pats himself on the back and told her, I was right, I predicted this. And at some point he tries to coerce a kiss out of her. This part's been cut actually from John Sullivan's video, from the Jaden X video on YouTube. This part's actually been chopped out, but I'm going to actually find the piece that actually, adds more to the conversation that he had with her. But, left-leaning politics ain't really strange. It's just strange that she's there and she knows John Sullivan, and there's basically two of them. I mean, there's no evidence that she instigated a riot or that she encouraged rioters, but she knows John Sullivan well. I mean, she's basically, hey, yeah, you were right. You were spot on about this, but, we're not really sure what they're talking about. It's not being a conspiracy theorist to think this is very peculiar, like, how am I supposed to not suspect that there are more left-wing instigators when John Sullivan, who helped instigate the riot, is basically running into another leftist, acquaintance right in the middle of the rotunda? Now, that's not being a conspiracy theorist. That's just being smart.
Yeah, it's spicy a little bit.
I'll give you your hug now. We did it. You were right. We did it.
Dude, I was trying to tell you. I couldn't say much.
You were right.
You just have to watch my chat.
Oh my God.
Is this not going to be the best film you've ever made in your life?
That's it.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah?
Hell yeah.
Wait, you weren't recording, were you?
I'll delete that shit. But I didn't record you or me. It was just voices.
So we're approaching the tragic end of his video where Ashley Babbitt was shot, and believe me, John Sullivan was like mixed up deep in this. As he near the end, he announces that he's got a knife, I guess to make his way to the front so he can see what's going on. It says a couple times, I've got a knife. And he goes up there, I guess it's for like helping to pry the door open or something, I don't know why, but when he gets up there, he actually starts to convince the police officers along with a couple others to actually get out of the way and let the protesters through. It was at this point that the window got broken open, and Ashley Babbitt was killed by a police officer on the other side of the window, after John Sullivan and a couple other people convinced the officers to stand aside. It's pretty awful.
Let me through. I got a knife. I got a knife. I got a knife. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're leaving. We don't want to hurt them. We're going inside. We just want to go These guys ain't the ones that's the blue! Fuck the blue! We want you to go home. I'm recording, and there's so many people. It's just, they're gonna push their way up here. Bro, I see people out there get hurt. I don't want to see you get hurt. We will make a path dead ass. Like, we don't want. That's what I'm saying. We'll make a path, bro. Please, just let us make a path. Just let us make a path. When the whole country hates you, I want you to go home. Go. Let's go. Get this shit.
Well, this is the point where Ashley Babbitt crawls through the window and is killed by a DC police officer. And John Sullivan basically is shouting that she's dead. It could have been the last words that she ever heard in this world was John Sullivan telling everyone how certain he was that she was dead. He acts like a ghoul. It's pretty awful, but I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, Kelly and Bob, James Sullivan says he turned in tips about his brother to the FBI here in Salt Lake City. He says he believes that his brother was not only involved in the riot at the Capitol, but somehow in charge.
Full disclosure, the FBI has been in contact with me. John Sullivan posted to his Twitter on Wednesday.
I got the call, as I said again today, that he was going to be apprehended by the FBI.
John's brother James says he first learned his brother was at the U.S. Capitol when friends started texting him these pictures. Then John posted video to YouTube.
I'm just trying
he was going in there to document it, but he also was part of the Antifa groups.
So his own brother thinks that he was part of Antifa groups, not just there to document events. That's very strange. Is his brother like a conspiracy theorist too, or does he know his own brother? That's a good question, right?
I also, want to support the Black community out here too in the best way that I can. That's my belief. I believe the Black Lives Matter. I mean, I'm not here to assert myself and my beliefs on other people. I just want to give people the footage, the video.
The FBI's office in Salt Lake City would not confirm they were investigating Sullivan or any Utahns.
I want to absolutely condemn the shameful and violence that we saw on January 6th at the U.S. Capitol.
We still love John, and that's something that he needs to know.
There's actually a lot more footage of this guy hanging out with Jade Sacker during his incursion into the Capitol, but I didn't need to include any more of it. You could probably dig it up pretty easily yourself. But the fact that he's hanging out with another leftist during his participation in the riot, and the fact that his brother thinks he was involved with Antifa groups, it's enough to make me suspicious that there were other left-wing agitators at the riot. This doesn't make me QAnon or a white supremacist or anything crazy that they say at CNN. It's just a part of the story, It's still a right-wing riot. It was still a pro-Trump riot. But this guy, he was one of the worst of all the rioters. He was one of the worst ones. He played a major role in the death of Ashley Babbitt. He helped get the cops out of the way. Until he just shouted at the cops until they finally left. There was other people there too, but this guy was a major rioter. This guy wasn't like just one out of thousands, dude. He was a major player in that riot. That's the way I look at it. If other people can't handle it, they want to censor all conservative speech, and they're going to have a hard time censoring all of us. It's not going to happen. Thanks for watching.